this is our last podcast until the game of the year happens, which Texas comes to town February 1st, Tuesday night, which is going to be a chaotic, amazing scene at the United Supermarkets Arena on Tuesday. So we figured we'd kick off our Club Red conversations by talking about this game, since it just means a lot. Your former coach comes to town. Not too often that you have a situation like this. And so let's kind of break it down, talk about it. And so I thought we'd kind of let's just look back on the time since Chris Beard left us. Remember that day? Remember getting on this podcast, talking with you? Remember my cut up shirt hanging behind me? And it's been a long road since. At the time, we didn't know Mark Adams was going to be our coach. We didn't really know it was going to be a possibility. We didn't know if it was something that he wanted to do. We were pretty devastated. We weren't sure where the program was going to go from there. And of course, he's leaving and going to your rival. And so a lot of emotions there since. Today is as sports hurt as I've been, I think, in my entire life. And that's including a national championship loss in overtime. I feel betrayed.
We were present for.
That we were present for. I feel betrayed. I feel lied to. I feel like a lot of people have said, I feel like I got broken up with. This felt like he fed us a bunch of horse shit for 4 years, 5 years, whatever fuck he's been here. And it was all a lie. He doesn't care about us. We were just the next step in his journey to eventually getting fired by the University of Texas.
The initial thought and reaction is fuck him. Fuck him and what he did, because everything he has said to us in the last 5 years, that this is my home, this is my dream job. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bunch of bullshit.
Please join me in welcoming our new head basketball coach, Coach Mark Adams.
He was the best bet at keeping things going the way they have been, right? What are we known for right now? Defense. Guess who built that defense? He did. And he was the best bet at keeping some players. And we'll get into that a little bit, but so far it seems pretty good on that front. And then also you're stealing away that guy's top assistant, the guy who probably knows that guy better than anybody else. I will not say his name. In one swoop, I think you maintain and maybe even get better from this. We'll see what happens there, but I really like it. I'm excited for Coach Adams and his family. It's awesome, and it was fun to see Red Raider Nation out there tailgating, out there supporting. We know how to do it right. That's why we're the best fans in the country. There, since we've hired Mark Adams, we're currently the 13th best team in the country, maybe moving up after this, having a hell of a season. Chris Beard, on the other hand, they've been struggling while they still have a decent record. Things have not gone according to plan. So Dustin, just kind of looking back on everything that's happened since that day and where the programs stand now, just kind of what are your thoughts and feelings right now?
Yeah,
in retrospect, we thought we were going to go back to the bottom of the Big 12. We didn't know what we were going to be, what we were going to do, and luckily Mark Adams saved us. And literally, did what Chris Beard did to get this team where it is. He went to the transfer portal. He got experienced guys. He had some guys stick around. I think that's what said a lot about this. He got those transfers to buy in. There's people now saying that this is maybe our best defensive team ever. And think about that. This is better than the Tariq Owens, Matt Moody team. Oh, my God. And so that's huge praise, because in the world of college basketball, all those big dudes know how good our defense is and has been. And so the fact that we haven't missed a beat is amazing. And considering that we were top 3 in the league for the last handful of years, or trying to be there, and we are right there again this year. And our biggest question was recruiting.
Yeah.
Well, with him, and he went out in the transfer portal, got the guys. I think he put together an amazing staff to help him do this as well. But now you're seeing freshmen start to commit. We flipped Jalen Dyson, Chris Beard's best recruit from last year. So that's another just little stab at him and that fan base. So I wouldn't take anything back from it. I know we said a lot of things that day in the heat of the moment, felt betrayed, but I think we're in a better place with a maybe less psycho coach.
I think it was just more of the fear of the unknown. We didn't know what the direction was going to be for us after that. But we should have maybe known a little bit that with Mark Adams being moved up, that we were still going to be defensively amazing. We got credit to his skill and talent of recruiting, but I think that was more of the storyline for most Red Raider fans. Is just that fear of not knowing where our program was.
It's kind of something that we talked about. Like, was it Mark Adams all along? And it kind of still remains to be seen. I think that's something that's going to take a couple years before we really figure out kind of who it was. But I mean, I definitely think you took a step up this year, and a step that, I don't think a lot of us were totally expecting. I think a lot of us were fronting, because we lost Beard, and we're like, we got Adams, we got our guy, and we got these recruits, and so we want to feel like we're going to be better than them. But you're still not 100% sure. You're not 100% sure how Mark Adams handles being the head coach, and that responsibility. But so far he's done a great job of it. I think his ability to make in-game adjustments has been really good on the defensive end. Agbaji was killing us, and he took him out of the game there for a little while. And, there's very little things that he does throughout the game that definitely affected our offenses. While it struggles at times, I trust it more this year than in past years. That's always been kind of one of the weaknesses of a Beard team. But to be overperforming is nice, because the last few years we've underperformed by quite a bit from what our expectations had become. And maybe that's some of us raising our expectations to ridiculous heights. But this team's definitely been fun to watch, and it's fun to see that us rising up while Texas is kind of falling down. We'll be there Tuesday night. What are your hopes, thoughts, expectations, everything you kind of feeling about this game as it is less than a week away?
Oh man, I've been at a lot of rowdy football games and a few good basketball games, and I expect this to be all of those combined into one, and way more than that. I don't even know how to process how crazy Tuesday night's going to be honest. We're going to pack 15,000 people on top of each other. Those students are going to be right in those kids' ears and Chris Beard's ears. And you could tell that got under some West Virginia players' skin towards the end of that game. And I hope we handle them and pull out a good win. I kind of hope there's not fireworks at the end, like a last second shot, like a Keenan Evans type half to play. Let's just handle them, get out of there, like a West Virginia type game. Let them in there. Let's make it exciting. But then in the end, let's stretch it out.
Yeah, I hope for a total ass kicking. That would be amazing if you could just drub them by 20, 30 points. That would be absolute heaven. The stadium would be going crazy. We
wouldn't leave that game early either. That'd be the best part. We'd stay on there
way through. Taking off the following morning anyway. So, I mean, it's hard to name a game that's felt like this. I remember the Kentucky game kind of felt like this because, hey, how often are you having Kentucky come here? But, this is the guy who built this program and then ditched you, and now he's coming back. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. I'm excited for all the chants. I know both sides are going to be extra motivated to win this game. Chris Beard's going to be motivated because he's going to want to get this one. So, both players on both sides are going to kind of know what this game means to this fan base. And so you just hope that you go out there and play a really solid game. Very identical teams and schemes and stuff. These guys know each other so fucking well. So
That's
who's going to be able
true,
to
too.
outmaneuver each other? Who's going to be able to out-game plan? Who's going to be able to make the in-game adjustments that get that team to propel? But ultimately, I like our players more than
my expectations for this game is everything that it's going to be hyped up to be. I expect it to be a little bit closer because I also expect UT to kind of be obviously wanting to beat kind of an in-state rival like that, but also the storyline behind this that we've been talking about for this entire year is the Beard and Adams matchup. Beard coming to Lubbock, the place that he ditched, that he called home, and you want to, hopefully we see a blowout. I would love to see like a 20-point win. Realistically, I mean, I'm pulling for like a 10-point win or more, but you really want to see them just really put it to the person that didn't think we were enough, right?
I really like our chances to win this one, and I really hope we go out there and kick that ugly, burnt orange ass all over the court for 40 minutes. I hope we...
Catch y'all at the next tailgate.